Petsota Sam Lotu-Iiga.
Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's my honour to speak on this, the third reading of this Social Security Amendment Bill, sir, and I have been listening intently on this side of the House, and I have heard all the arguments from the Labour Party, and the belief that you can shout and scream and cry loud and be heard is just to listen to the arguments, the false arguments that have come from across the House, sir. I'll just have to straighten out some of the hyperbole. Sir, as the Minister has already said, this is about changing the annual increases. It's not taking away the annual increases, it's merely making the annual increases go up in an affordable way, sir. And if the Labour Party haven't learned nothing in the last 3.5 years of being in opposition, it is the context in which we now operate within in this global environment. And it is a global environment of recession, it's a global environment of fiscal responsibility, and if they want to live like the Greeks and eat Greek salad, then they can go right ahead and campaign on those promises. But if they want to be fiscally prudent and fiscally responsible like the national government, then they can sit there and learn some things. So what are the facts? What are the facts? Well, the facts are the threshold level for aged residential care will increase from 210,000 to 213,000. That's what it is. It's gone up. It's actually increased. And that's for single and married couples who are both in residential care. It's gone up for a single person, for a married resident whose spouse is not in a rest home, it's gone up to $116,806 from 1 July. From 1 July. But what has happened as well is that the family home and car are not counted as assets while the remaining spouse is not in a rest home. And that is contrary to what has been espoused across this chamber, sir. It's contrary to some of the things that have been said by the Labour Party. And I'll tell you what is not changing. What is not changing is that it will not affect anyone getting subsidised in a rest home care or anyone who applies and is assessed before the 1 July 2012 date. And Mrs King continues to propagate the nonsense that they are, that this is retrospective. But I'm sorry, Mrs King, I asked her to read the bill. I asked her to read the bill. And I'll tell you what, Mr Speaker, I'm specially going to visit the rest homes in Maunga Kia, from Onehunga, Monterey Hill, Ellerslie, and right throughout my electorate. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about the facts of this budget. $47 million in rest home subsidies over 4 years, increased. $35 million for dementia bed subsidies, increased. $40 million for home care support going up. That's what they want to hear in our electorates. That's what the people of New Zealand want to hear, and that's what this national government is providing for the people of New Zealand. I support this bill, sir.
Esanati Lole Taylor.